Hi, welcome to the first of 3 asana practices for the month of June. Going forward, we're going to set a new precedent. So in the past, we've had one short, one long asana practice. And starting this month and going forward, we're going to have 3 20-minute or less asana practices. And the intention is that you can use these prior to doing your yoga nidra meditation to just help relax the body and get a little bit of movement in. So with that, let's start by, and I should mention, the only prop you need for this is a block. You can do it without a block, but if you have one handy, it'd be nice to set it nearby. Let's go ahead and start by closing our eyes and simply slowing down to the pace of our breath. Listening to the sound of the breath. Tucking the chin slightly, creating that ocean sound. And then begin to elongate your inhales and your exhales. And after your next exhale, go ahead and slowly open your eyes. And mindfully make your way to a tabletop position. And from here, let's go ahead and do some nice slow cat-cows. Knees are underneath the hips, wrists are underneath the shoulders. As you inhale, curl the tailbone up, take the belly button towards the heart, and look up. As you exhale, come up from the bottom vertebra to the top one by one, round the back, and tuck your belly button towards your spine. Continue to move nice and slowly at the pace of your breath, luxuriating in the sensations in the spine, feeling the vertebra spread apart on the exhale, come together on the inhale. And then go ahead and do one more set. And then pause, coming to a neutral spine after your exhale. Let's come down to a seated position. Any comfortable position is fine. And setting your hands on your hip, get nice and tall with an inhale. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. And as you exhale, bring your left hand to the up and over. Take your gaze to the inside of that right elbow. Press down through the right sit bone. Drop your shoulder blades down the back. And inhale, slowly come up and use your exhale to complete your transition to the pose on the opposite side. Another couple breaths here. And inhale, go ahead and come up. Then from here, let's go ahead and come into the leg position for deer pose. So the left and the right leg are both going to be at 90-degree angles. The left shin is going to be passing in front of you. The right thigh is going to come straight out from the right hip, and you'll have right angles with hips and knees and ankles. Take your hands on either side of that front left leg, draw the belly button towards the heart, and as you exhale, twist to your left, looking back and over the left shoulder. With every inhale, feel a lengthening in your spine, and with every exhale, feel your twist coming from first the lower ribs, and then as you continue with subsequent exhales up to your upper ribs, next to your collarbone. Use an exhale to come forward, and then bring the soles of your feet together. And let's do a little more of a yin style as opposed to a hatha baddha konasana. So for butterfly, you're going to have more of a diamond shape than a triangle shape. Create some length in the spine, and then come over and let your head drop as you interlace your fingers around your feet. If you're not going to come that far, you can bring your hands on either side of your thigh. And then if you'd like to, you can take your block and set it down, and sometimes I like to put it actually between my feet and rest your forehead on the block. If you rest your forehead on the block, turning it on any of the three sides for the height you'd like, try to make sure though that the back of your neck is nice and elongated, and that you're not kind of tilting your head back when you rest it on the block. As your forehead rests on a surface, if it is resting on a surface, allow it to feel grounded and supported. Let go. Completely release it to the surface on which it's resting. Let go of all the thoughts with each exhale. Take a few more breaths here. And use an inhale and your hands to slowly come up. You can put the block off to the side, and then let's bring our legs to the opposite side. So we're going to come back into deer, but this time we're going to have our right leg passing along in front of us, parallel with the edge of the mat. And then our left leg is going to be coming straight out from the thigh, right angles with both hips, knees, and ankles. Take your hands to the mat, roll the belly button up, and as you exhale, twist and look back over your right shoulder. Another couple breaths here. And use an exhale, and then go ahead and turn forward. Bring both legs in front of you, and just make some little arcs with your ankles. Relax your legs. And then from here, let's go ahead and come to standing. And bring your legs wide apart. Be a little bit pigeon-toed. If you lift your arms straight out, you should see that your heels are generally under your wrist, no more than that. They can be a little less depending on your bony structure and how this all feels to you. Bring your hands to your hips and tilt the front of the pubic bone a little bit behind the belly button. Find a nice neutral spine. Bring the arms straight out and simply close your eyes and breathe up through the soles of your feet And feel the energy make it all the way to the tips of your fingers and the top of your head, the tip of your nose. And as you exhale, feel the breath pass back down into the earth. Taking a few breaths in star. And open your eyes after your next exhale. Bring your heels towards one another, so now you're a little bit duck-footed. Drop your tailbone straight towards the earth, goal post your arms, drop into goddess. Noticing the sensations in the body. Body is probably talking to you. Bring the left lower arm to your thigh as you reach up and over with your right arm. Try to make sure you're not resting on the. Come back into goddess and make your way to the opposite side. Back into goddess and go ahead and come up. Release the arms. Walk your feet in just a little. And we're going to do wood chopper breath from here. So for that breath, we'll do a 3-part filling of our lungs. So the first third of the breath will fill the belly, and then we'll fill the more midsection, and then up in the top. And then we'll let it out forcefully through the mouth. So it's going to look like this. We're going to add some arm movements to it. So as we fill the first third of the lungs, we're going to go second third, top third, and then out through the mouth. The nice big sound. In through the nose and out through the mouth. So we're going to do 6 of them total. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and start. If you want to watch me do one more and then start, I'll leave you a little bit of time at the end to finish. So we'll start by taking a nice deep inhale. Let it go. And begin. Roll up after the last one. Bring your feet a comfortable distance apart, hands to heart. Close your eyes if your balance allows. And notice the sensation in your body. The reverberations from the breathing. Maybe a change in the heartbeat. When you're ready, open your eyes. Let's go ahead and come back down to the mat. Lie all the way down and bring your knees in toward your heart. You can rock from side to side. You can make circles with the hips. You can rock back and forth. Whatever you'd like, or you can just stay perfectly still. And hugging the knees tight, take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Take your forehead towards your knees. Hold for a breath cycle. And exhale. Come back down. Hugging the left knee in towards the left shoulder. Extend the right leg out. Flex both feet like you're standing. Sink heavy into the right thigh. And on an exhale, switch the legs. And go ahead and extend that right leg out. Bring your arms down along your sides. And make yourself comfortable for Yoga Nidra. If you're going to let this practice just stand on its own, go ahead and lie down for another 5 minutes in Shavasana. Allow your mind to be still. Allow yourself to find the gaps at the top and at the bottom of the breath. And find the quiet there in your breath and in your mind. Namaste.